Welcome to Cheating Story Star. Tonight, Ryan flies to Hawaii expecting to surprise his wife. But one unexpected encounter makes him question everything about their marriage. What he discovers goes far beyond simple betrayal. Here's the story. My name is Ryan. I thought surprising my wife in Hawaii would be the most romantic thing I had ever done. Instead, it became the moment I finally understood why she had stopped looking me in the eyes. I landed in Honolulu just after sunset. She thought I was still in Chicago. For 3 weeks, I had been telling her my business trip had been extended. It was a lie. The truth was sitting in my suitcase. A hotel reservation, a small gift, and a handwritten note that said, "I missed you." I smiled when I wrote it. I wasn't smiling anymore when I saw her. She was standing outside the hotel. But she wasn't alone. A man stood beside her. My wife's hand was resting on his arm. And when she laughed, it was the laugh I hadn't heard from her in months. I stopped walking. For a few seconds, I couldn't move. Then the man turned. I knew him. His name was Marcus. He was my wife's supposedly new client. The same client she'd mentioned every Thursday night. The same man she claims she barely knew. I didn't confront them. Not there. Not yet. I simply turned around and walked back toward the airport. Because sometimes the worst thing you can do after discovering a betrayal is give the betrayer a chance to explain it before you know the whole truth. My wife Lauren and I had been married for 11 years. We weren't perfect, but I believed we were solid. Or at least, I believed that until 6 months earlier. That's when the little changes started. Her phone suddenly had a password I didn't know. She began working late. She started traveling for client meetings. And every time I asked how her day went, I got the same answer. Nothing special. Nothing special. Yet somehow her life had become full of things she couldn't tell me. I remembered the Thursday nights, the unexplained hotel charges, the perfume she bought and never wore around me, the sudden interest in Hawaii. She told me Marcus had arranged a business conference there. So I did something I hadn't done in years. I trusted my instincts instead of her explanation. I checked the reservation details through our shared travel account. There were 2 rooms, not one, and both were booked under different names. Mine wasn't one of them. That's when I decided to fly there. Not to catch her, to understand her. I didn't realize I was about to understand everything. The next morning, I checked into a hotel across town. I didn't call Lauren. Instead, I watched. Marcus left the hotel around 9. Lauren followed 20 minutes later. They drove to a small marina. I followed from a distance. They met an older man there. He handed Marcus an envelope. Lauren looked nervous. Not romantic. Not excited. Terrified. That detail changed everything. I started taking notes. Times. Locations. Names. Receipts. I contacted a private investigator recommended by a lawyer I knew. 2 days later, he found something unexpected. Marcus wasn't just Lauren's client. He had been investigated twice for financial fraud. And Lauren had been working with him for almost a year. But the real shock came when the investigator showed me a series of bank transfers. Money had been moving from an account connected to my company into an account controlled by Marcus. I felt my stomach drop. This wasn't only an affair. Someone had been using my name. I contacted my attorney. He reviewed the documents and gave me one warning. Don't confront them yet. So I didn't. Instead, I created a trap. I prepared a fake document showing that I planned to sell a large portion of my company. Only 3 people could access it. My attorney, me, and Lauren. Within 24 hours, Marcus contacted the broker mentioned in the fake document. He shouldn't have known. That was the proof I needed. Lauren wasn't simply cheating on me. She was helping Marcus gain access to my business. The affair had been camouflage. I returned home 3 days later. Lauren arrived that evening. She kissed me. "I missed you." I looked at her. "I missed you too." She smiled. She still thought I knew nothing. For the next week, I acted normal. Then I invited her to dinner. I placed 3 folders on the table. She looked confused. "What's this?" I opened the first. Photographs from Hawaii. The second contained bank records. The third contained the messages between her and Marcus. Her face went pale. Ryan. I raised my hand. Just read. She did. Her hands began shaking. Then I placed the final document in front of her. The fake business transfer. Her eyes moved across the page. You knew? No. She looked up. I wanted to know who would tell Marcus. Silence. That was the moment she understood. I had never been trying to catch her. I had been measuring how deep the betrayal went. She started crying. I never meant for you to get hurt. I stared at her. That's the problem. She couldn't answer. Because people who betray you rarely plan the damage. They only plan what they want. The divorce was quiet. Marcus lost his position after the evidence reached the company board. The financial investigation followed. Lauren tried to explain everything. She said she had been pressured. She said Marcus manipulated her. She said she still loved me. I believed that she might even mean it. But love without honesty had already become something else. A weapon. Months later, I returned to Hawaii alone. I stood outside the same hotel where I had first seen them. The ocean was calm. Almost insultingly calm. I thought about the man who had arrived carrying a gift for his wife. He believed he was surprising her. He believed his marriage was safe. He believed love meant trusting someone without questioning them. I don't hate that man. He simply didn't know yet. Now I do. And if there's one thing Hawaii taught me, it wasn't how easily someone can betray you. It was how quickly you can stop begging for an explanation once the truth becomes undeniable. I came to Hawaii to surprise my wife. Instead, I discovered the person I needed to stop surprising was myself. I had spent years ignoring what I already knew. And when I finally listened to that quiet voice inside me, I didn't lose my marriage. I lost the illusion that it was ever mine.